Welcome, welcome, welcome to the film review show which likes dark alleys. Now, on the menu today, we're going to look at the latest offering from Judd Apatow, the man behind Knocked Up and Superbad. Yes, folks, it's Forgetting Sarah Marshall. So, what's the plot? Well, Peter has it all. A fabulous career composing music for a hit TV show and a gorgeous actress girlfriend called Sarah Marshall. But things take a turn for the worse when Sarah dumps Peter for hit pop star Aldous Snow. Now, in an attempt to get over his broken heart, Peter heads off to a Hawaiian resort. But guess who he bumps into? Yes, it's Sarah and the new boyfriend. Mortimer, clips.
Let's do this.
Okay, I'm ready.
The victim's penis was found behind the AC unit.
Just go with the usual stuff, maybe. Something dark and ominous, like losing your penis is a bad thing.
Oh, you want dark and ominous?
Come on, I got Almond Brother tickets. I gotta get out of here.
That's what 20 years on Vice will do to you. What do we got here?
The victim's penis was found behind the AC unit.
You're fucking Billy Baldwin! Aren't you? Aren't you?
Pete!
Stop staring at me!
Pete! You know you're not getting paid for today's session, right?
I'm aware of that.
Fucking asshole.
As most of you will testify, being dumped is hardly the stuff of comedy material. It's gut-shakingly, heart-crunchingly, soul-castratingly awful. Now, my first experience of dumpedom came age 19, courtesy of a girl whose name I shall refuse to mention to spare her blushes. When Claire Alice Fowler, born on the 14th of July 1977 and whose permanent address is 19 Fancourt Road, London SW3, told me I was no longer part of her life, I should have stood strong. I should have looked at Claire Fowler with her ridiculous oversized fun bags and time-consuming eating disorder and said, "Good riddance, you silly, objectionable, vile sorceress, you witch, you harridan, you Lady Macbeth, you yo." Instead, I sank to the floor, cried, and begged her to take me back. Was this the stuff of laughter, of levity, of chortle-mongering, my friends? Hell no. But do you know what? Jason Segel, the writer and star of Forgetting Sarah Marshall, has made this torturous event amusing from the get-go. As expected from a Judd Apatow movie, there are some knob gags too, in fact, and a few gross-out moments, but Sarah Marshall offers much more gentle comedic fare than Superbad or Knocked Up. This isn't to say it's not a funny film, but it's actually a more emotional picture than those other two. Indeed, it seems fresher by dint of the territory it's exploring. Segel is charming as our everyman Peter and plays the hurt puppy role to a T. Similarly, Kristen Bell turns out a solid performance as the slightly two-dimensional fame-obsessed Sarah Marshall, but it's the two anti-heroes who steal the show. Brit comic Russell Brand gives an astonishingly good turn as the idiotic rock and roll god who steals Sarah from Peter. His performance is pure sinewy comedy writhing, and despite coming across as a man you'd want to punch, he pulls it off with aplomb. But for my money, the classiest act here is that of Mila Kunis, who plays a dusky Hawaiian love interest for Peter. Despite bizarrely being the voice of Meg Griffin on Family Guy, Kunis is simply magnetic on screen. Now, if you don't fall in love with her, you're probably operating in the bottom department. And I, for one, intend to go and stalk her as of tomorrow. So, what's my conclusionette on this film? Well, it's a superb show to watch with your girlfriend. There's something for both parties to enjoy, which is unusual in these demographic-obsessed times, and for that reason only, I give this movie 4 stars.